Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. So I'll be honest, I debated whether or not I wanted to make this video today or not because it was an embarrassing day. Or I had an embarrassing moment. I shouldn't say embarrassing day. I had an embarrassing moment. And, but I decided when I made the choice to make this channel and to do the YouTube videos that I was going to be raw and real and just show you guys what our life is like as much as I possibly could. And yeah, no matter if it got us followers or not, and it obviously really hasn't, but that's okay. So what happened today is it was pretty much a normal day, except for Daniel. He didn't have to teach any classes today because half of the high school is gone on a sports tournament thing, and so there was only 18 kids left, so they did things different today. So anyways, Daniel got to spend some time getting some grading done and just different things he had to take care of, so that was good. But I had a normal teaching day. So I taught my classes and that was all good. My kids were great. They usually are. A little extra energy today, but that's okay. And I had lunch early because I had a meeting when I normally eat lunch. So I ate lunch and was getting ready to go to this meeting. And I was actually walking to go to this meeting. And the next thing, there was kids coming out to go to lunch. And so I moved over on the sidewalk. And the next thing I know, I fell. I fell forward. I didn't majorly hurt myself, but normally I'm able to get right back up. But I was down for a few minutes. At least it felt like that, because I was just like, oh, this really, really hurts. And there was tons of kids around. There was a group walking, I think, from PE to lunch, and so that was a whole class, and then there was a whole class, like, coming out of the classroom, and so I'm, like, super, super embarrassed, and they're like, oh, do you need help up? And I'm just like, I don't know if I said this, but I was kind of like, just leave me here. You know, give me a minute to gather myself. And so I got to the point, because I fell forward, my phone went flying, one of the kids picked it up and gave it to me, and that was really nice. But once I got myself up, I was like, you know, I'm just going to sit. I'm going to sit here for a second until I can get up, because it just really jolted me, and it hurt a lot more than it normally does when I fall. And so I didn't have the quickest reaction of, okay, let's jump up and go. That just wasn't my thinking or my reaction. So I sat there for a minute, gathered myself, and got up, and I was like, okay, I haven't teared up, I haven't cried or anything, and I definitely didn't want to do that in front of the kids. And so kids were walking one way to go to lunch, and I knew that if I got to the other side of that section of the building, there wouldn't be really any kids or anybody else. So I was like, okay, just get around the corner, because I could feel, you know, like the tears and the emotions and everything coming. And I don't know if it was because maybe a little bit of pain, but I was really embarrassed though too, because it's like, these are pretty much all my students, and they're all seeing me fall and trip over nothing. There was nothing there. And so I get around to the other side of the building, and yeah, I ended up like crying. It shook me up, it hurt, and I was embarrassed, and so there was just all this stuff, and I was like, oh great. I'm supposed to, you know, go to this meeting with another teacher, and so I'm like, I gotta get myself calmed down. I gotta get myself gathered up as much as I can. So I made my way around the building and back to the teacher's lounge, which is where I had come out of, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in to the CR, or that's what we call it here, the restroom, and I'm gonna rinse off my face and just get calmed down. And so I got calmed down a little bit, and then I went to the meeting, and the teacher's like, after a couple minutes, she's like, are you okay? And I was like, I kind of fell on the way here, and so, but to back that up, I have, sorry, Daniel was trying to tell me something. I have cerebral palsy on my left side of my body. I think I've said that in other videos, and most of you that watch these videos, like, know me and know that. And so, one of the things it affects is my left leg and left foot. So when you walk, normally you go heel, toe, like that's normally how you walk, and you're able to do that, and you don't think about it or anything. My left foot is like frozen, so it's like boom, boom, boom. You know, there's even sometimes it's more so on my toes, and so I can be walking along and my foot can be, you know, kind of just dragging along and handling it, and then the next thing I know, I'm down. And so it doesn't happen. This is a really good thing that one of the teachers, actually the teacher that I met with, pointed out. She's like, I know you're embarrassed and I know it was hard, but think about it this way. You don't fall all the time. You know, it's not like, there are some people that have cerebral palsy that are walking that fall on a daily basis. And that's not me. I don't even fall like once a week. So looking back on it, I'm glad that she's like, wait a minute, let's count our blessings. And so, I mean, yes, it's still embarrassing because it's like, okay, now I'm gonna have to go to class on Monday and like these kids are gonna be like, oh, Mrs. Barr, are you okay? Yeah. And so, but the nice thing is I am able to walk. I wore a brace growing up and I no longer wear that brace. It got to the point where it was just making my left leg really small, and the muscle was not developing like it should have, and at times it would get uncomfortable, and here in this climate it would be sweaty and just gross. And so I decided that's not something I wanted to do. And so with not wearing a brace, not like, I mean, I don't go around wearing flip-flops. I wear shoes that have, you know, kind of structure and support and things, but I've got to remember that I've come a long way. Even though I did have the embarrassing moment of falling, and yes, I'm still sore, and like I'll move a certain way, I'm like, oh, I got hit there, or I got, you know, so I'm dealing with that, but the kids care, you know, they were wondering if I was okay, and I was like, yeah. And so just yeah, that's what happened today. And then I had a really good meeting. It was good just to work out some things. There's been some difficult challenges. Excuse me. There's been some challenging things with 8th grade. I wasn't an education major in college, so I haven't had a lot of the different classes and things to like learn some of the things. So I'm kind of learning some of it still on the go, and I mean, you should always be learning, right? So anyways, but yeah, the major thing today was the fall, but I've got a loving school, loving family, and I'm just hoping and praying if I keep moving, I'll be able to still move tomorrow and we'll all be good. So there you go. Just trying to keep it real and let you know even though some people say, you know, missionaries are superheroes or super awesome or whatever, we're human, and we have those human moments, and yeah, we have a lot of them because we are very, very human. So there you go. God bless. I hope you do not fall today and you're able to stay on your feet and you have a great Friday. Bye!